Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to flip houses with no money and bad credit. Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to flip houses with no money and bad credit. Let's jump right in. So, if you are looking to learn how to flip houses and you have no money, and on top of that, you have bad credit, can you do this? Can you flip houses? And the answer is yes, absolutely. You can flip houses with no money and having bad credit. Now, the catch here is that you are going to have to put in a lot of time and work and hours to be able to do this, right? So typically whenever we are teaching our students about flipping houses, we tell them that they need to have either a budget of money to put into marketing or a budget of time. So if you have no money, it's going to be impossible to have a budget, or very difficult to have a budget of money to put into marketing. But that's okay. Instead, what you need to have is time allocated and budgeted either daily or weekly, ideally daily, so that you can put that time into doing marketing. All right. Now, if you also have bad credit, I would highly recommend that you start working on it. Start today. If you're watching this video and you have no money and bad credit, and you were wanting to get into the house flipping game, you can do it. That's the great news. But again, I would highly recommend that you start working on your credit. Start paying your bills on time. Start clearing up as much debts that you can. Anything that you may have outstanding, try to get those paid. And if you have multiple credit cards or consumer loans, that's okay, but start tackling those. It's very important that you have good credit eventually. Now again, today, if you don't have any money, no money at all, and bad credit, that doesn't mean that you can't start flipping houses. But I would again highly recommend that you focus your time and energy on trying to fix or repair or rebuild that credit. And it may not happen overnight. It may take you several weeks, months, or even years. That's okay. But have the mindset that you are going to try to fix these things, right? And start taking the little steps to improve your credit. All right, now back to flipping houses. If you don't know me or know who I am, my name is David Dodge. I'm a St. Louis, Missouri investor, and I've flipped over 600 houses to date. In fact, flipping houses is so incredibly simple. Now notice I didn't say easy. Those are two different things. Simple and easy, they're different, okay? Now, my goal with this video today is to show you how simple it is to flip houses with no money and bad credit, but also to show you how you can make it easy as well over time with experience and education and trial and error. It's really that simple, right? So, what do you need to do to start flipping houses if you have no money and on top of that, bad credit, okay? So again, I mentioned that you either need money in a budget for marketing or time. And we've already established that if you're watching this video, you don't have the money, right? Or the credit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set aside some time, ideally daily. 1, 2, maybe 3 hours, okay? Simple, not necessarily easy. Those are two different things. So we're gonna set aside time. We're gonna put together what we call an allocation of time or a budget of time. And again, if that can be 1 or 2 or 3 hours daily, great. If you aren't able to commit, daily, then try to put together some sort of allocation or time budget weekly, right? If you can do 3 or 5 or 10 hours a week, then start with that. So again, no money, bad credit, not the end of the world, but you're gonna have to set aside time. All right, now why would we need to set aside time to be able to flip houses? And again, the title of this video is how to flip houses with no money and bad credit, right? The reason is when it comes to flipping houses with no money, that's typically something that we're going to be doing called wholesaling. And really, the wholesaling business, or the ability to flip houses with no money and bad credit, really comes down to you becoming an expert at marketing. So what does that mean? Well, in order for me to go out and flip a house, I need to locate and find a motivated seller. A seller that is basically willing to give me a big discount on their property in exchange for a lot of conveniences. Don't worry, I'm going to go over all these conveniences here in a minute in this video. And hopefully by the time this video ends, you're going to be ready to take action and you'll have put together a plan, an allocated time amount or budget of time, daily or weekly, to jump in. All right, so back to this whole motivated seller thing, right? In order for you to flip a house with little to no money, you can actually use paperwork, contracts, to gain control of a property without having to buy it. Therefore, your money and your credit is really deemed irrelevant. How cool is that? But you're going to have to find somebody that is motivated. And then what you do is you go and you approach them and you offer to purchase their home. And you make them an offer in writing. You actually give them a purchase and sale contract. But this contract is going to be filled with a ton of outs. It's going to have some inspection time in there. And it's basically going to give you the ability to control the deal and hopefully go sell the deal without actually having to buy it first. Yes, these are things that are possible. We do this almost every single day in our business. So how do we do this? Well, that's where the time comes in. You need to have an allocated amount of time or a time budget to market directly to these motivated sellers. All right, these are people that own a property and they are looking to sell it. And in fact, really what they're looking for is they're looking for convenience. They're looking to be able to sell this property quickly or, respectively, somewhat quickly. They're looking for somebody that can come in and pay cash, all right? And the reason that that's important is because they don't want to be dealing with, people that are going to need to bring in appraisers and a bunch of inspectors and all this stuff that may slow the process down or even allow them to kind of back out of the deal. And last but not least, they're going to be looking for somebody that's willing to buy their property as is. They're not going to be looking for somebody that's going to come in and say, yeah, I'll buy it, but you need to clean the whole thing out and paint it and fix the roof, right? They're looking for conveniences. And if you are able to find somebody that is motivated to the point where they are seeking your conveniences, all right, the ability to buy it quickly without requiring them to do a lot of repairs or painting or even cleaning or clean out, all right, in exchange for those conveniences, you as the investor are going to demand a discount. And again, this isn't necessarily easy, but it is quite simple. In fact, it's incredibly simple. Okay? So what are you going to do? How are you going to do it? So you're going to start with the goal. The goal is to flip houses with no money and bad credit. Boom, we've established the goal. Next, we're going to put together a plan. And the reason we have a plan is because if we have a goal without a plan, it's a freaking dream. Think about that. A goal without a plan is a dream. So we don't want to be dreaming. We're going to put together the goal, which we've done. Next is have the plan. So the plan's going to look like this. You're going to allocate a number of hours daily, hopefully, and if not weekly, to doing what's called motivated seller marketing. And what we're going to do is we are going to use our existing phone and computer that I'm assuming you already have if you're watching this video, and we're going to go online and we're going to find people that have properties for sale by owner and or for rent. And it's so incredibly easy to find these people. In fact, these are some of the best leads because they are free and it doesn't require you to spend any money to contact these people. So we're going to use our allocated amount of time, our time budget, and we're going to market directly to these people that have houses for sale by owner, not with an agent, but directly for sale by owner or for rent. And we're going to find these people on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, even sites like Zillow or Realtor.com. Now, again, we're not looking for listed properties. We are looking for properties that are for sale by owner or for rent. And then lastly, we're going to call these people up or send them a text or send them an email. It's literally that simple. And if they are marketing a property for sale by owner, we're going to call them and we're going to tell them, hey, we're interested in the property. We're going to let them know that we're investors and that we don't typically pay retail. But if they work with you, you can make this process very easy for them. Provide them those conveniences. And then what you're going to do is you're going to offer to purchase that property anywhere from 50 to 70 cents on the dollar. So basically 50 to 70% of what they're asking. And you're going to have to make a lot of offers. But if you do make a lot of offers, you are going to stumble across people that are ultra motivated and they are seeking the convenience that you can provide them. So if you can find these people, which you will if you put in enough time, you will be able to get properties under contract at substantial discounts in exchange for that convenience. Then, once you have a property under contract and you have control and you have that contract, you're going to go and you're going to find a cash buyer investor who's looking for that deal, and you're essentially going to sell them the paperwork. It's how you flip houses with little to no money. In fact, no money and bad credit in this case. Now, if they have a property that is for rent, you're going to do the exact same thing, except for you're going to change your pitch just a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to tailor that pitch to say, hey, I see you have this property and that you're looking to rent it. Again, I'm going to say I'm an investor and I don't typically pay retail, but I'm actually not calling today to see if I can rent this property. Instead, I'm calling to see if you have interest in selling it. And then if they do, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to say, great, I'm an investor. I don't pay retail. However, if you're willing to give me a discount on this property, I'm willing to buy it quickly and not require you to make any repairs or do any cleaning. And yes, we will be buying with cash. It's not my cash. It's not your cash. It'll be somebody else's cash, right? And that's how we are able to flip houses with no money. And if we have bad credit, that's fine too. It's irrelevant. It really doesn't matter. So we're going to recap here. Put together an allocated amount of time, hopefully daily, if not weekly. Use that time to market directly to people that are already online marketing their property for sale or for rent. They're out there. These leads are free. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and Zillow are probably the three best places to go find people that have properties for sale or for rent. And then what you're going to do is you're going to call them. You're going to text them. Or you're going to send them an email. Whatever information they give you in the listing to communicate with them, you're going to do so. And you're going to start calling a lot of these people and texting them and emailing them. And then you're going to start making relationships with these people. And you're going to tell every one of them that you're an investor and that you don't pay retail. However, you want to buy their house. And if they're seeking convenience, as long as they're willing to exchange some of that convenience for a discount, that you are interested. And then you're going to use paperwork and contracts to send them offers, get those properties under contract, and then once you have control, you can sell the paperwork. And that, my friends, is how you are able to flip houses literally with no money and if you have bad credit. It is that simple. So head on over to freewholesalecourse.com to learn the basics of how we are able to flip 10, sometimes 15 houses each and every month with none of our own money. And really, our credit is irrelevant when we are wholesaling. So again, head on over to freewholesalecourse.com, learn all about how you can get started today with no money and bad credit. It is incredibly simple. Guys, if you found value in this video, hit that like button. Let me know. Drop a comment as well and let me know where you're watching from. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so you can get updates when new videos just like this one are published. Thanks for watching, and I am confident that if you have no money and bad credit, that you can do this too, guys. freewholesalecourse.com. Go there right away and like and subscribe today. Thanks for watching.